So the England squad has been announced. Rory has travelled far and wide as an England football fan. So we thought, who better to sit down and talk about the new inclusions into the England squad and how it's shaping up as we get closer and closer to the World Cup. Are you going to be going to Russia?
I hope to go, yes. I think I'll probably go. I mean, I've not been as excited for this one as I have for a while. You know, I remember I saved up to go to Brazil in 2014 for about 2 years. I was really excited. Prior to that, went to Kiev for one of the England games, really enjoyed that. This doesn't have quite the same ring to it. France last year as well was also beautiful. But I'll end up there, I'm sure. I went to the Confederations Cup and it was quite a good trip. So.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the squad itself. The three main names that we've got to talk about. Tammy Abraham, of course, you'll know as a Chelsea plays on loan at Swansea at the moment. Joe Gomez, the left back for Liverpool, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, another one of those Chelsea youth graduates, I guess. What is your knowledge of their time at youth level? Because I think a lot of people are now finally starting to see them play in the Premier League. Southgate himself has made an interesting point, saying that I have to be brave and bring these players into the England squad if I'm asking Premier League managers to do the same, which I think is quite a commendable point, I guess. But in Tammy Abraham and Loftus-Cheek, what was the general consensus of them, and why are they not playing for Chelsea right now?
Look, they're both excellent players. Tammy Abraham's been scoring goals all his life. You know, he's been at Chelsea since he was pretty much a toddler, and he scored goals throughout. He went to Bristol last year, didn't stop pinging them in.
Yeah, 20.
And he's picked it up, you know, where he left off there. He's picked it up at Swansea. So it's not surprising to see him called up. Equally, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been the jewel in the crown of our youth system for a long time now. People have such high hopes for him. We think that he could go to the very top. Like, his aspirations are sky high, and I'm very optimistic about where he could end up.
Why do people think he's so impressive? Why over the years?
I think it's due to his stature. Like, he was dominating football at that level. Players couldn't get near him. He was so good. It was men against boys sort of scenario. He really was that good. He's done it for England at a lot of different levels, and he just seems to be too good when playing amongst his peers. He's now gone to Palace. He's had a taste of Premier League experience. He was one bright light, I think, under De Boer, and I think he's picked up a knock since then. But again, he's looked very good. He's a complete midfielder. You know, the sort of midfielder who can do it all.
Yeah.
He's box to box. He's got an eye for a goal. I mean, he scored a goal for Chelsea. I can remember being at Villa Park in the year that we were appalling. So it must have been 2015. He scored. We went one of our few victories. We won away at Villa the year they went down. We won 4-0, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek played incredibly that day. Scored a goal. He knows where the back of the net is, and I think he will take this opportunity in his stride.
I think with Tammy Abraham, there's a lot of discussion about Nigeria wanting to try and get him to play for them, and so I'm delighted that he's been called up and get it done, England. I think like with those kind of players. Same with Zaha, we should have done that. That was silly. You got a guy there that terrorised Chelsea the other week, got them a point against West Ham last week, and he's playing for the Ivory Coast, and he wouldn't have been if we'd been switched on enough and got him playing. And I think sometimes you've got to play the long game. It might, because there's a lot of discussion about England squads and going, does someone deserve to be in the squad or not? I think you're just missing the point a little bit if you can't get as many guys in the door as possible. Don't you think?
To a degree, it would be a terribly cruel tactic to get these people, give them one England cap, without actually thinking that they could play for England for a long time, because then you'd effectively kill their international career. I also think that a lot of these players, so for example Victor Moses is a Londoner the way that I am. Me and Victor Moses speak the same. We're the same. We just better at football than me. But he obviously feels an affinity to Nigeria. So I think it's also how the player feels. If the player feels, hopefully Tammy Abraham has opted for England because he feels English and wants to represent England more than
which he has come out and said,
exactly,
which is good.
Whereas Victor Moses obviously felt more of an affinity and a closeness to Nigeria.
Yeah, and that's how it should be, shouldn't it? And I think naturally that will come to pass as well. But I think someone like Wilfried Zaha, he played for England, so it was a missed opportunity in that sense. And someone like Tammy Abraham, who's lived in this country his whole life, I understand he might have a strong cultural roots from his parents and how they've raised him. I have no idea, by the way. But he clearly, you're right, it is to a degree. Both these guys have played for probably one of the best youth academies out there right now. Obviously, they won Champions Leagues and all those things. So they must have the potential to be playing for England, surely. So get them in and get it done. I think it's a smart move. But what do you guys think? Let us know. Has Gareth Southgate made the right calls with the England squad for the friendlies against Brazil and Germany? They're going to be interesting games to see where we are. Some interesting ones in there. Ashley Young has been recalled as well. So your thoughts on that? Probably not the future of England, but he is having a good period for Man United. Let us know your thoughts on the England squad for these friendlies and how they're shaping up for the World Cup. Hit that like button, subscribe to FanLeague, and join us next week for another snippet off the back of the One for the Weekend podcast, which is on the Bull Street channel.
Download the app and join today.